Putin's pal warns horsemen of the apocalypse are already on their way and chilling threat to the West. One of Vladimir Putin's most loyal allies has claimed the horsemen of the apocalypse are on their way as he warned the US not to supply Ukraine with weapons. Dmitry Medvedev, Russia's former president, threatened the West with an all-out attack over its military support for Ukraine. Putin's pal Dmitry Medvedev, left, has issued a chilling warning to the West. EPA. Medvedev, 56, served as Russia's president between 2008 and 2012. EPA. He issued the warning if Ukraine uses US-provided weapons on Russian targets. AFP. Known as Vlad's yes man, 56-year-old Medvedev was previously seen as more moderate than the Russian leader, although he has taken an increasingly hard line in recent years. As deputy head of Russia's National Security Council, he issued a chilling threat to Ukraine and its allies last week. Referring to his fiery posts on the messaging app Telegram, he said, "I'm often asked why my Telegram posts are so harsh. The answer is I hate them. They want death for Russia. They are BS and degenerates. And while I'm alive, I will do everything to make them disappear." It follows an earlier warning from Medvedev, who served as Russian president between 2008 and 2012, that Russia was ready to expand its military operations if it came under attack from Western missiles supplied to Ukraine. "The horsemen of the apocalypse are already on their way," he said. Ex-Russian opposition MP Dmitry Gudkov has claimed Medvedev is preparing a power grab if Putin is forced from office. While last month, Medvedev called on the West to stop supplying arms to Ukraine. He said, "The endless talk by foreign analysts about a war between NATO and Russia continues unabated." He added, "In the context of the proxy war with Russia unleashed by the Western countries, I want to articulate very clearly once again the things that are so obvious to all reasonable to people. 1. The pumping of Ukraine with weapons by NATO countries, the preparation of its troops to use Western equipment, the sending of mercenaries and the conduct of exercises by alliance countries near our borders increases the likelihood of a direct and open conflict between NATO and Russia instead of the proxy war they are waging." Medvedev's increasingly hardline stance is seen as an appeal to the Russian military, who previously saw him as too liberal. When he was elected president of Russia in 2008, after Putin was forced to step down due to term limits, he seemed to offer a very different vision to his predecessor. But since the invasion of Ukraine, he has parroted the war rhetoric of Putin, accusing President Zelensky and other Ukrainian officials of being Nazis and drug addicts. Former Kremlin advisor Gleb Pavlovsky said Medvedev has no chance of becoming president again. "He is not a popular person," he said, referring to Medvedev's low approval ratings during his 8 years as Russian Prime Minister between 2012 and 2020. A number of Medvedev's former allies have been jailed in recent years, while his former advisor Arkady Dvorkovich was accused of a national betrayal after speaking out against the war. While Putin looks to cement his position, he has spoken chillingly of the need to purify Russia of national traitors. "Help those fleeing conflict with the Sons Ukraine Fund." Pictures of women and children fleeing the horror of Ukraine's devastated towns and cities have moved Sun readers to tears. "Many of you want to help the 5 million caught in the chaos, and now you can, by donating to the Sons Ukraine Fund. Give as little as £3 or as much as you can afford, and every penny will be donated to the Red Cross on the ground helping women, children, the old, the infirm and the wounded." He threatened the West with the horsemen of the apocalypse. AP. Medvedev may be looking to position himself as Putin's replacement. AFP.